we started out where basically we had Deidra go over to Arya's bar and chill, and you were just like helping her with like a bunch of stuff there. Then your aunt came and interrupted you and said, "Hey, come back to the house real quick. There's something I want to talk to you about." And you got there and you found that your mom had a broken leg that was like cut open.
Yeah.
And then you guys took turns healing her. And after she was like healed up for the most part, she still has like a limp in her leg, so you just know she's gonna be like out of it for a little bit, you know, as far as walking. After that, she was like, "Hey, I was chasing some sprites when I broke my leg, and I locked him in a cabin, so she sent you to go investigate the cabin while your aunt took care of her." So you went down to the cabin, and I remember you were listening. You were like listening on the outside of the cabin to figure out what was going on because you saw some like candles on in the window, and then you were like, "I know that sprites are like fun, so I'm just gonna challenge them to a race back to the spring." So you challenged them to a race, and you got a natural 20 to challenge them, and so all of them came flying out, like wanting to race you back to the spring. On your way there, you saw them carrying you didn't know it was a crystal ball at the time, but you saw a crystal ball, and you didn't know that they had a scroll at the time. You knew it was a scroll, but you didn't know it was a magic scroll, I guess. So you saw them with a crystal ball and a magic scroll, and you couldn't figure out what either of them were, but they told you that they ended up telling you what they were after talking to them for a little bit. And you ended up saying, "Hey, I'll let you go wherever you want if you give me the crystal ball, because then I can just check in on you." You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were basically like, "Yeah, that sounds good to me. Take the crystal ball. We want the scroll so we can be big eventually, like cast on ourselves to be big, basically." Then you got home and you started talking to your mom again. She was asking you about her. You stopped in at the spring before you went home and just like chilled there and like kind of took in the surroundings. Then you went home, and you talked to your mom for a little bit. And when you were talking to your mom, you didn't bring up the fact that you had a crystal ball, so you went like back to your room to like rest, and you checked your satchel and the crystal ball was gone. So you went on a big hunt to find the crystal ball for the rest of the day. So you went back to the spring, and you ended up getting Arya with you as well. So you and Arya went back to the spring and were like searching around, and you got okay investigation checks, and she got a really good one, I remember. After she got a really good investigation check, she was like, "Yeah, it's not here." You guys went and checked the cabin again. You found the sprites again. You electrocuted one of the sprites.
Electrocute him.
What did you do?
I gave him a slight shock in the booty.
Yeah, well, he either way he went unconscious. So you shocked that sprite, and then it intimidated the other sprites to go with you, and you started looking through you were at the spring checking on them again. You were like, "It has to be back at the spring," because like those were the only couple places you went, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then you shot lightning into the air at the spring, and all of the it was lightning blur. So basically, it's just like a lightning whip, if that makes sense. Then like some of the older like pixies and sprites came out and were like, "Hey, we don't know what's going on, but you gotta go home. Like, we'll keep an eye out for the thing, but you gotta go home." So you went home, and you saw you were talking to your mom, and then you talked to your aunt. Your aunt was like, "Are you looking for this?" Basically saying, like, tell your mom about the stuff you bring home, type of a thing. And then you were like, "Fine." And you basically were like telling your aunt to trust you, but she was like, "Just tell your mom about your the stuff, you know." And then that's where we ended. You were like, "I'm gonna go. Okay, I'll go tell my mom." And then we were like, "We'll leave that for next week." But
I
yeah.
was leaving town.
What's up?
thought I was leaving town.
Leaving town? No, you were gonna go talk to your mom, and then, well, we hadn't talked about what was gonna happen after that.
Okay.
Boom, boom. So let's do a question before too. What's one way that either your aunt or your mom, or Deidra's aunt or Deidra's mom, like taught her growing up? Or trained her, I guess.
It was mainly like things that we would do around the house. Like it was kind of like a Mr. Miyagi kind of deal.
I got you. Do you have an
Because I was
example?
mainly taught like what?
Do you have an example? Sorry, I interrupted you.
Well, it was mainly like my mom's kind of magic that she was teaching me, obviously.
Yeah.
What does she do again?
She does lightning stuff too. You just have like the extra with your lightning, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she has lightning spells. She taught you all of those. She has all the same spells as you, I guess.
Okay. So we would like I don't know. Like anytime we would need to like kill rodents in the house, or I don't know. We would use our magic. Like she would teach me how to do it with killing little rodents in the house or bugs and stuff. And then
I imagine her like having you get books off the bookshelf with like the magic books, so you don't damage them, obviously. Like with your like whip, your electric whip thing. Then if you need to like heat something up, you could use like the shocking grasp, right?
yeah. I guess so.
I mean, tell me.
I'm trying to think of like. Yeah. Mainly like things around the house to just make life a little bit more convenient, while also like training me for combat at the same time. So
I got you.
it's kind of just.
She made it win-win
like
every
Miyagi
time.
kind of deal. Yeah.
Cool.
But we didn't really leave that much. We would do like target practice too,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And
I
like
got you.
some like fighting styles, and she taught me how to heal,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So the healing stuff actually comes from like a magical tattoo that you have too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can talk about.
But she taught me how to use it properly.
Okay, I got you.
Because I didn't like I didn't like all automatically know how to use it when I got it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, what I was gonna say was like it would be cool to like do a question where we talk about how you got the tattoo, or when you decided to get, or when she decided to give you the tattoo, or how you got the tattoo in general. We'll do that for another question, or maybe next time.
Okay.
If that's cool. Boom,
That
boom.
is fine.
Okay.
Fine and dandy.
And then we can start wherever you want to start. If you want to role play going and talking to your mom, we can. But we can just say you told her whatever. Like just like go straight through it if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. I told her what happened.
Okay, you told her and you gave her your or you showed her the crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Boom, boom. And then, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna say it's been probably about a week since that incident. Your mom's still healing up, and she's kind of walking with like a rod now, like getting around. But she's doing pretty well as far as everything's gone. But she approaches you, or one day you're at your house, like about to leave to go meet up with Arya, right? And your mom and aunt are down there, and they're kind of like, it's like it's a normal day. They've been like talking, but they turn and they like look at you like they've been expecting, like basically they're excited to tell you something. It's the vibe you get from looking at them.
Okay.
So when you're down there, they'll like stop you, and they're basically like, I don't know what to say this. They're like, Deidra, after what you did last week, we think it's time for you to. We think you're ready to figure out. Well, we think you're ready to get your magical trinket.
What is a magical trinket?
She's like, so when we were young girls, we our parents actually had us go into this a magical tree and speak with something known as the specter. And whenever somebody goes into the tree, something a little different happens. We went together because we're siblings. We ended up like fighting a couple of ghosts, and then we ran into the specter, and he gave us some magical trinkets. So, for instance, well, it's always different what people get from it, but it's something kind of like a tradition that we do just to. It's kind of like a rite of passage, if that makes sense. But she's like, you've seen my. She has like a little clockwork, like a clockwork orb that she carries with her, and it just gives her like a spike of luck with her magic and makes it so that she gets an automatic 10 on like a d20 roll. And your aunt has a magical lock that she got, where basically she has like a key that can shapeshift for this lock. But they're like, yeah, that's where we got these trinkets. The Spectre gave it to us special, so we thought after you taking care of those sprites the other week and me being just out of commission for a little bit, we were thinking maybe you could go into the tree, get your trinket, and we'll start sending you out a little more. Or you could even go out on your own, whatever you want to do. But this will basically be like a test to see if you're ready.
Okay.
Let's do it!
So
I'm gonna take Arya with me.
You're gonna take Arya with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when you say that, they're basically like, okay, go. I would go tell her parents. Or.
No.
She's like, well, she's going to need the time off of work. Who knows how long you'll be in there.
Okay.
Just be responsible with it. So, I'm assuming you go and tell Arya. Right now.
Arya. You want to go get some magic trinkets with me?
She's like, oh, what kind of magic trinkets are we getting?
It's different for everybody. It chooses us, basically. So.
She's like,
but my mom
really?
told me about it, and they say that I'm ready for it, which means you're probably ready for it too. So.
She's like,
you think you can get some time off work?
She's like, oh, I'll get some time off work. She's like, when did you want to go?
Tomorrow.
She's like, I'll be able to. Should I just meet you over at your house?
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I'll meet you over there tomorrow morning. But while we wait, we should get drunk. And she just like is already. She's basically just excited, so she wants to party with you for a day. And the settlement you guys live in only has 25 like people, like halfling living there. Like the sprites and the pixies will come through too, but there's not a ton going on there. So like her getting time off work isn't going to be like too bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, and yeah. So. Yeah, so you guys hang out, and she will sneak over the next day. Is there anything you want to do before that?
No, not really.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. So, basically, what's going to happen... So she comes into your house in the morning, just meets up, and they're basically, your aunt and mom are like, Arya, it's so good to see you. Are you excited to get your trinket from the Spectre? And she's like, yes. She's like, she's basically just like, I will be... She's like, I've never had anything magical before other than, like, me. So
she's stoked.
Yeah, she's pretty happy about it. Boom, boom. And your mom and aunt basically go, or your mom goes to a circle that you have like on the side of your house, and it's, you know that this is a teleportation circle. She doesn't really use it often. She's only used it a handful of times since you've been around, and she turns it on, and you see like in this circle like a blue light streams across everything, or a purplish blue light streams around it, and runes start to light up, and you just see, she's like, okay, we're all going to step in the circle and we'll go to the tree. So you just walk in there and there's and you guys teleport to the tree. that's the new teleport noise. So you teleport to the tree. And so this isn't like a typical looking tree. It looks like at the top, yes, there's branches, but at the bottom it's like the roots have turned into like a large cave. And it's like, basically, to get into this thing, you have to go through a thicket of roots, if that makes sense. And once you do, but yeah, they're basically like, the tree is magical. The Spectre will you will get tested by the tree, and then the Spectre will give you your things. So,
sweet.
They're basically like, go through the thicket together, and she's like, we wish you luck, and your aunt just like nods her head. She's like, you guys will do well.
Heck yeah, we will.
Boom, boom. And Arya's like, okay, I guess this is it.
I just emailed you pictures of what they look like.
Your aunt,
because I already sent you what Kyra looked like, so I sent you Arya and Rhea.
I got you. Well, my computer loves to kick me out of my not kick me out, but log me out of my email after like a couple minutes. Boom, boom.
That's weird.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm using like iCloud stuff, so maybe that's why. Boom.
iCloud sucks. I'm just kidding.
This is so the brown-haired girl with the bow is how you see Arya. Oh no, that's Rhea. That's your aunt.
Hammer.
Okay. I got you.
No, is Rhea's my mom.
Rhea's
right?
your mom, yes. Sorry, I'm getting them mixed up.
That's okay, I do too.
Oof.
And then I already sent you what Kyra looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent me Kyra. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then the one for
I sent you what I think Arya looks like.
Dude, Arya looks dope. I love that. It
Doesn't she look like a bartender kinda?
Yeah. It's the image is like too big for my screen, so I keep like having to move it. There we go. Yeah, I think that's an awesome picture for her. I love that. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
It kind of gave me Ice vibes a little bit.
Yeah. No, definitely. And she's got like the hospitality looking stuff on there. But she also looks like she's... One thing I really like about like halfling art, I've noticed, is a lot of them are wearing shawls. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do.
I know, I think I put Kyra in a shawl too. And then Rhea, she's wearing a corset. Rhea looks like a badass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rhea looks like she knows what she's doing for sure, compared to everybody. Boom, boom.
Yeah, she looks like she has it the most together.
Mm-hmm. Which, she probably does too, you know?
Yeah, and then, Kyra just looks like a fun character. Like, I don't know how else to describe that.
Well, she looks like mischievous, but like dope.
Yeah.
But like you said, just a fun character in general. Boom, boom, boom. I'll have to like edit these. When I put this on YouTube, I should like put the pictures on the side so that people can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, probably.
I would love that. Boom, boom. Okay, so you and Arya are outside of a thicket of roots.
Okay. How should we get through it?
Arya's basically like, well, we can just squeeze through. Like, we live in a dense forest. We can make it through. If we want to break it, we can, but I'm okay just squeezing through.
Will you roll me an Arcana check to see if this is like a magical thicket?
To see if you'll get, like, stuck or anything type of a thing?
Yeah.
Got it. Boom, boom, boom. Natural 20. So, you know that it's it's a magical tree for sure. But the thicket basically is just you know, just looking at it, this thicket's just concealing another portal that you're gonna walk through.
Okay. So yeah, let's just try to squeeze through.
Okay. So you guys start squeezing through together. And it does get like super tight even for your like little bodies, you know, getting through, but you do manage to make it through to the end. And it's basically when you get to like the core of this tree where it looks like you're fine, you just like teleport into like, it seems like another part of the forest or like a denser part, but it's not the same area you were just in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just like something else, basically.
But the first thing you notice in here is a bunch of like fireflies are all flying around in front of you. And as they're flying around, they all bunch together and like make a form of a halfling woman as well. And it like looks at you. And then starts to walk down like a path.
Okay.
And if you...
I think we should follow it.
Okay. What's your passive perception too?
10.
10? Okay. So as you start following her down this path, it's very, like, basically your eyes can't go, like, it's cool because all of these bugs are just, like, flying around each other, but still, like, keeping the shape of this woman, you know? And, once you get through to the others, like, through this there's basically a long corridor that, like, slightly tilts down, like a ramp. Once you get through here, it opens up into a room, but this room is filled with webs. And just looking around like, yeah, this is creepy and weird. But the girl walks into the middle and she turns around and you see her body, basically, it's like she's still standing in place, but her legs start to float to the side and her head float to the side too. And she's just basically, like, slowly changing positions to where she's standing upside down. And she floats straight up into the air. And up, up, up. And when you look at the ceiling, there are some, like, webby sacks hanging down. And she goes straight up into, and the bugs, like, all go into one webby sack. Give me investigation. Or, I guess I can roll it for you. So I got a 12. Plus whatever your investigation is.
Nothing.
Nothing?
To add.
Okay. So 12 altogether. Basically, just with a normal 12, you can't deduce if, like, anyone in these, like, you know that there are, like, halfling inside these sacks above, but you can't deduce if they're alive or not, essentially. Just from the first look.
Will you roll survival or I don't know, to see if I feel like I'm in danger?
So I rolled a 13, but I'm gonna say like
For that, plus 2.
plus 2, 15.
So 15.
I'm gonna say like just the room in general, like you get the heebie-jeebies, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is a creepy room. But or not room, I guess clearing, for lack of a better term. But yeah, this clearing is creepy, and yeah, there's.
What about Arya?
What's up?
What about Arya?
How does she feel about it?
Yeah.
You want me to
Or
roll
did she
survival
roll an
for her?
investigation check?
Yeah, I can roll for her. Whoop, whoop. She got a 17. And there, she's like, she like backs up like to you as well and kind of like looks around. She's like, do you think we need to? She's like, I don't like it here. We should probably just continue through. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's just keep going and see what happens.
Okay. So, after you see another opening, like out of this clearing, and you keep walking, and it's a ramp that goes lower and lower down as well.
Okay.
It goes in. You follow that until you get to another clearing, and there's still more. So there was like a web sack, 2 or 3
More
web
of
sacks on the ceiling, and this one there's probably 5 or 6. And one of them actually seems to be moving.
Okay.
Sorry, I keep trying to look something up, but I'll look at it later when we need it. But yes, there is a sack moving. And like I said, they're all like halfling size.
Okay. Can we roll another investigation in here?
What do you want to investigate for?
If I can tell, like, what's in these sacks. I mean, I'm assuming that they're halflings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we should be helping them out or on guard for, like, a giant spider
I
that's
got you.
going to capture us.
So, I rolled a 6.
Well, that sucks. What did Arya roll?
Boom, boom. 14 plus. I don't remember.
Plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay. 14, 15. As you're like looking at this thing and you're just like, I don't know what to make of this. Arya like jumps to the side. She's like, look, and she points down the wall to where she like points at the sack that's moving, and she points down the wall. She's like, look at this one web, and it pulls down, and it's on the left side of this clearing. There is one strand that's being pulled to make it look. Basically, there's a strand being pulled inside like a thicket of bushes or web and bushes to make it look like that sack is moving.
Okay. Trying to think about what I should do.
Arya looks at you. She kind of like turns over to you. She's like, "I'll follow your lead."
Can I cast? Let's see. Duration 1 round.
What are you looking at?
Booming blade, but like how long does it last?
It lasts for 6 seconds. So basically, lightning's gonna like cover whatever you decide to hit it with. So I'm assuming you're like your staff with this one, or your dagger, whatever you have. Basically, it's gonna sheath your weapon in lightning, and then you're gonna hit something with it, and it'll sheath that thing in lightning. And if it moves, it takes damage. Sorry, I know all your spells are like scattered on there.
That's okay. Can I cast Thunderclap? Yeah. Can I cast Thunderclap? It's a 5-foot radius, like that I can cast it on, but it can be heard 100 feet away.
Okay. So are you using it to just try and intimidate anything that's around you?
Yeah, or to like make it come out, I guess.
I got you.
How close am I to the bush?
The bush? I would say you're about 10 or 15 feet away from it.
Okay, can I walk up to it?
You got it?
Okay.
So you walk up to it?
I walk up to the bush, and then I'm just gonna cast Thunderclap.
Okay.
And if whatever it is within 5 feet of me, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Boom, boom. I'm pretty sure it failed the save, so it got a 10.
Okay, is it my spell save DC?
Yes.
It's 13, so they fell.
Okay.
And then they take 1d6 damage.
1d6. Boom. 5? So it's going to take 5 damage. So you walk up to this bush and you do your thing, and it boosh, like makes that loud noise and pushes back like these webs, and you see it's a creature that has like the mouth of a beetle pops out, but it's got 4 limbs. Ugh. So basically, it's got 2 claws like a dinosaur that are like long.
It's a beetle man.
Like its hand, and then its feet have 2 claws, and it's got like the kind of like how dogs' feet stand. You know what I mean? How there's like the claws, and then the heel that's like backwards, like can spring. Does that make sense?
I don't like it.
But yeah, it's basically a giant black beetle that's bipedal and has claws.
Okay.
It pops out. And you hear a hiss. Do you want to roll, or should we roll initiative? I feel weird rolling all the rolls.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yeah. Like, it's going to try and attack you now. So we should roll initiative. Unless you have some way to stop it immediately.
Can I get like an attack opportunity?
So you already attacked him. So, because he would have to be moving out of your... On his turn to get an attack of opportunity, you move out. He moves out of your range, and he's staying in your range. So,
was that a cantrip that I just?
Yes.
It was.
So thunder, there's thunder wave and thunder clap. One can be heard 300 yards away. That one's a spell. The one that can only be heard 100 is a cantrip.
Okay. Dang it.
It was just a cantrip, though. It shouldn't have been a spell.
No.
Oh, you wanted... Okay, I see what you wanted to do. That's smart.
You do?
Yeah.
Huh?
But you can use it before or after your attacks. So on your next attack, you can use it before if you want. If you get a higher initiative.
Okay.
But, yeah, let's go ahead and roll
first?
What's up?
I don't have dice.
Who do you want me to roll for first is what I'm going to ask. Because I could just choose if I don't. Who?
Who do you want me to...
Yeah, who am I rolling for first?
I want you to roll for?
Yeah.
Do Arya, the beetle, and then me.
Okay, Arya got a 7 plus whatever hers is, her dexterity. The beetle...
plus 2.
Okay. 9.
So 9. The beetle got what?
The beetle got 18 plus 2, so that's a 20.
Bitch?
Yeah. And then
Where'd
you
you go?
get... Oh no! You get a 12.
Plus 2.
Plus 2?
So 14?
14, okay.
Okay, so the beetle goes first, that a-hole.
So after you do this thing, he hisses at you. And he goes to bite you. So first thing he's going to do, it's an 18 to hit.
Well, that hits.
Mm-hmm. And then, do you have a D4 in the baby dice? Or in the dark dice?
Yeah. That's my favorite one.
Oh. I must have left it downstairs, or it's in your thing here. Boom, boom. Because I don't know where it's at.
You lost my D4?
No. Maybe.
The triangle.
I know how it looks. I dumped them all out right here. I'll find it for you, Amanda, don't worry. But I'm going to use this just for now.
I will lose it.
Wait, what's going on? I forgot.
Roll a D4.
I'm rolling a D4? Wait, why?
You asked me if I have a D4.
Why did I do that?
You're biting me.
I know, that's a D8 though, not a D4. Why did I say that? I'm weird. So, it's going to do 6 damage with his bite. And then he's going to try and claw you too.
What if I die?
Which is going to be a miss. Because I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw too. So I'll roll that for you. Boom!
Do I pass?
I rolled a 2.
I have a plus 2 on my Constitution.
So
You rolled a 2.
So you're
I don't
poisoned
like
for
you
1
right now.
minute.
You're rolling really crappy for me.
I know. I'm rolling your dice. Do you want me to roll mine?
Am I poisoned or something?
Yeah, you're poisoned for 1 minute.
That's messed up, bro. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to cast.
Oh, and for the... Yeah, he's still attacking you. You're good. Oh, I found the D4. Don't worry. I found it. The triangle. It was hiding.
What are sorcery points?
So, once you get to level 3, you'll be able to use them for other stuff. But right now, basically, it just if you lose a spell slot, you can gain it back. You can turn your sorcery points into 1. 2 sorcery points can turn into 1 first level spell slot.
Okay. I'm going to cast. witch bolt on it.
Okay. And
So
what kind of save is that?
I have to roll to hit.
Okay. 11 plus 5, I believe it is.
What do I add to it?
Your spell attack bonus?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, so that hits.
Okay, so he's going to take 1d12 lightning damage.
1d12. Oh, that's a d10, not a d12.
Get it together.
Okay, so that's going to be 8 damage on him.
Is he dead?
No, he's not.
Is he bleeding?
No, he's not. Okay.
Why did you give me a hard guy first?
You have 2 people.
I'm level 2.
That's true. Next. Or do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I'm going to fly 10 feet back as a bonus action when I cast a non-cantrip spell. Or was that a cantrip spell?
It's a non-cantrip. Witch Bolt is a spell. You're good.
Okay. So I'm going to fly 10 feet back away from him.
Okay.
Can I also run back a little bit?
Yeah, so once you disengage with that, you get like basically a free disengage. You can run wherever you want. So this room's going to be about 5, 10, let me count this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So it's basically a 50 by 50 clearing that's in a circle. And the ceiling's about 20 feet high, or between 20 and 30. It's kind of like a bowl.
Okay, so I'm just going to run back towards Arya
Okay.
so that we're next to each other.
You got it. And would you say Arya was like in the middle of the room or more like back?
Probably like in the middle of the room-ish.
Okay. You got it. So that's going to be, you went back 10, and we'll say you went another like 20 feet.
Okay.
Or no, another 10 feet, sorry.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't go that far forward.
Yeah. So go ahead and it's Arya's turn, unless you have more to do on your turn.
I don't think so.
Okay. Boom, boom. And then I just did like her 2 attacking cantrips on her little page. If you want to look up what her other spells do, you can.
Her attack cantrips?
Mm-hmm. So those are ones she can always use.
Prestidigitation, Frostbite, Ray of Frost.
No, I'm saying down at the bottom where I put her attack actions. Those are both of her cantrips that can do damage.
Okay, Frostbite and Ray of Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to tell you what I want her to do, or are you going to decide?
No, I'm letting you control her for like every battle, basically.
Okay.
I'm just saying if you want to like look up other spells, you can. Because I just put those ones there for convenience, because she'll probably use them the most.
Okay, let's do Ray of Frost.
Okay. What do I need to do?
So it's a roll to hit.
Okay.
Plus 5.
Boom, boom, boom. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 hits.
Okay, and then it takes 1d8 cold damage.
1d8 cold. 1.
Okay.
Okay.
And then its speed is reduced by 10 feet until
Oh, nice. Okay.
until the start of their next turn, of Arya's next turn.
Okay, that's a good move. I like that. Cool, cool.
Me too.
Next, unless you want her to move or do anything else.
No, I think that's okay.
Okay, so that creature's going to come out of the bushes, but it's going slow. And that first little bit it can only move half of its normal movement because it's in the web in the bush, right?
Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta pee really fast.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna drink another drink. Did I have a problem? Huh? Maybe I want a Dr. Pepper. Bye. I get 2 eat.
Okay.
Okay,
I
so
another drink too.
what's up?
So I had to grab another drink too.
Oh, I got you. So
He can't reach us.
So as you guys are sitting there, I'm gonna roll a dice to see if it hits you or Arya. So I'll do odds, you, evens, Arya. Odd. Ooh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it realizes it's not going to be able to get to you because it's cold, and it spits some web your direction, but it misses you very.
Misses.
Yeah. So it misses you, goes to the side, but it walks out a little bit, and it's getting close to you, but it's about, I would say, 10 feet away from you still.
Okay, but it's like moving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Towards
so
us?
it's
Okay.
moving, but it's just moving really slow. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Boom, boom.
So, is he doing anything else?
Mm-mm. So it's your turn now.
Okay, so I still have Witch Bolt going.
Mm-hmm.
So, on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 damage to
Okay.
the target automatically.
Dang. So that's going to be 10 more damage to it.
Okay.
Boom, boom. 19. Next. Or unless you want to move.
Okay, I'm gonna move like 10 more feet to the side.
Okay.
That's not an action, is it?
No, it's your movement.
Okay.
So holding
just
the
away
Witch
from
Bolt
the
is going
webbing.
to be your action, and the movement's just going to be your movement. It won't stop your Witch Bolt.
Okay.
Just as long as you don't go out of range, which I don't think you even can in this room. So you want to do Arya now?
Yeah. What's good berry?
Basically, if she's like a hospitality, whatever.
What's sleep?
So sleep, basically you roll a certain amount of dice, and if their HP doesn't exceed that amount of dice, it'll just fall asleep.
Okay.
Here, I need to look at like exactly how much. Find me sleep. Boom, boom. Okay, so basically, you roll 5d8. Slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how much? The total. Why is it so weird? How many hit points a creature with this spell? So basically, you roll 5d8, and the total amount of hit points that a creature has of that will fall asleep. And if you want to put more than one creature asleep, you have to take it from that pool of hit points.
Okay. So let's just do that. So if we roll higher than his hit points, he'll just fall asleep.
Yep. Let me see how much he's got real quick, because I'm like counting up to his life.
That one's not nearly as good.
Okay. Let's roll these. So, 5d8. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Which just barely is his life. So you put the beetle to, or, what's her name? Arya puts the beetle to sleep.
Can we still kill it?
If it's asleep, let me
It's
look.
asleep.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature is affected by the spell, falls asleep. The sleeper takes damage. If the sleeper takes damage or someone uses an action to shake it or slap the sleeper awake, so it's gonna, basically, if you attack it, it'll wake up.
Okay. But basically, like, it's its turn.
Yeah, so it's
So
asleep.
we can skip its turn and attack it. Right? So it doesn't get any attack right now.
Yeah, so it's going to be asleep for its turn, and you can attack it with the Witch Bolt.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay. So you
So it's
Witch Bolt it
1d12.
again. D12. Where are you? Oh, a 12. So.
Wait!
Okay. It is bleeding. Now.
Okay.
And then. Go ahead.
It is bleeding now. And what?
I said it is bleeding now, and you can continue your turn or go to Arya's turn. Because we skipped his. Because of the sleep.
Let's go to Arya.
Okay.
And do Ray of Frost again.
Ray of Frost, roll the hit.
+5.
Oh, why am I looking down there? 5. Okay, 13. I don't remember what his armor class is. Sorry, I'm like going through 3 pages. Hits him.
A 2 soldier. You asleep? Look around. That's awesome, buddy.
Okay, what's the damage for it again? A D8?
Yes. 1d8 cold damage, and then the speed is reduced by 10 feet again.
Okay, so it's going to take 5 damage.
Thank you.
Okay. And anything else for her turn? Has she moved from the middle?
I'm gonna have her move over to where I am again. And then, is that web still moving?
The one above you?
The one that he shot at us.
So the web that he shot at you just went, it's not moving. It just, like, shot out. It's not even attached to him anymore.
Okay.
Okay. And on his turn, let's see if he gets his web back. No, he does not get his web back. But he is going to run up to you guys. So I'm going to...
He did get... His speed was reduced by 10 feet again.
Yes. So he has a speed of 30 feet, and you guys were already 10 feet away from him, and you went 20 more feet, so he's 30 feet away. He can only go up to 20 feet, so he's going to be 10 feet away from you guys. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 10 feet away. He's going to run up. He's 10 feet away from you guys, and he's making all sorts of snarling and angry beetle noises. And it's your turn again.
Okay. He's 10 feet away from me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do Witch Bolt again.
Okay.
1d12.
1d12.
Like, I don't want to waste another spell slot.
Okay.
Might as well just keep going.
How does he die?
He... So I hit him with it, and he just starts to burst with like bug juice and stuff, and then just falls over and dies on his back like a beetle would.
Okay, so you shoot him with it, and when he bursts open, he has like more of this like brown ichor come out of him.
Ugh.
Like,
This thing's gross.
and then he falls over onto the ground. And yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that thing was, but I'm assuming that there's more of them.
Mm-hmm. There could be.
Thanks for that. What?
There could be. Oh yeah, did you... I also added fish tackle to... This doesn't matter for what's going on right now, but I figured I'd tell you. I added fish tackle to your character sheet because you said you like to go fishing in the morning. What normally before you go to Arya's bar.
Okay.
That doesn't really matter right now, but I figured I'd tell you.
I like it. I do see it on here.
Okay. But yeah, after you slay this creature, you see a bunch of fireflies start to sprout, like come out of the woods again and circle around this clearing. But they do take the form of a halfling woman again and like stand up and like look over at you. And it looks over at you and then like looks off into the direction that basically you didn't come from. There's another
Okay.
ramp
Is she
there.
like walking towards there, or do we just need to walk into there?
She just like gives you this look like
You should go over
that's
there.
where you're going. Yeah.
That's the way to go. Okay.
Mhm.
So we go that way.
Okay, so as you guys walk through there and walk, I'm gonna have both of you do dexterity saving throws. Or actually, I don't know if I put what's Arya's wisdom score?
10.
10. Okay, so she has the same passive perception as you.
Yeah. We suck.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're walking, I'm gonna have both of you roll dexterity saving throws. So do you want me to roll for you or for her first?
Do me first.
Okay, my first roll was a 4.
So
The
6.
second one was a 2. So
4.
as you
You
walk,
suck at rolling for me.
I'm sorry. As you
This
guys
isn't
are
allowed
walking,
anymore.
as you guys are walking, you can see the next clearing coming up, but there is like basically a like trap under you, goes and like falls, and you fall into a pit. And you can tell that there was like web above you once you fall into the pit that was like covered with dirt and stuff. So you and Arya are in a pit right now.
Okay.
And you do hear like chittering on the outside. I'll give you a second to like figure out what you want to do. Basically, while you're in there,
Are we trapped?
like Yeah, so basically you're in a tip, like a 7-foot hole, I would say.
Uh-huh.
But if there's anything you think you can do to get out really quickly, I'll let you do that.
Let me look at what I've got. I don't know what she has.
Like as far as equipment.
Yeah.
So she pretty much has like the same stuff as you, as far as just like trinkets and things. She does have a brewer supply on her as well. That would be different. And she also has, I guess this would be with the brewer supply, but she does have like a bottle that she like will cast her magic through. Like it's a broken green bottle that she used. She basically. What's up?
What weapons does she have?
So she has 2 daggers and a staff.
She doesn't have a bow and arrow.
No, she normally shoots ice rays. But she can throw her daggers.
Okay. I also have 2 daggers. So I have 50 feet of rope.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tie it to the handle of my dagger and then try to throw it to the top?
Yeah, so go ahead and
give
me. You can give me a survival, a sleight of hand, or what would be another good thing for rope tying?
Performance?
No, maybe. Yeah, performance, sure. That's more for like entertaining people, though. I would say survival or sleight of hand. So you can give me a survival or sleight of hand. What's up?
Let's just do survival.
Okay, so we'll roll survival. Boom, boom. That is a 19 to tie it on there.
Plus 2.
Plus 2, so that's 21. So that knot is on there tight for that knife. So what do you want to do once it's on there?
Throw it up to the top.
You're gonna
and see if it sticks in enough.
So you basically want to use it as like a grapple hook on like some thickets on the trail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. So
I'm gonna roll to hit for that, another 19. So that's definitely gonna go into those thickets. You feel it get tight. So to climb in this way, I'm gonna say it takes half your movement to go up the hole.
Up the rope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
and both of us get up?
Yeah, so both of you can get out of there fairly well. I'm going to say once you guys are out of the hole, that you see like smaller beetles, like 3 smaller beetles coming to basically eat whatever was in the hole.
Oh, around us?
Yeah, so basically you coming out of the hole, you see those things immediately, and we can roll initiative real quick.
Can I quickly just tell Arya to like get back?
Back in the hole?
No, just to get back.
Just
to back up for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you guys are in, like you both just got out of the hole. You tell her to get back, and she's basically 10 feet away from you. Is that what you're looking for?
Yep.
Okay. What do you want me to roll initiative for first?
Do Arya, then me, then the 3 beetles.
Okay. Arya.
I can't get an attack of opportunity?
No, they have to be moving away from you. Not towards you. Does that make sense? Arya got a 19 plus her dexterity. You got a 17 plus your dexterity, or plus your initiative.
Okay, 21, 19.
So basically it's going to be her, you, then the bugs. The order that I rolled. Okay. So, what does Arya want to do first?
Let's do Ray of Frost again.
Okay. So I rolled a 14, which hits even without the modifiers.
Okay.
It's
So 1d8 cold damage.
8 cold damage. But she can only hit one of these things at a time. That's going to be 4 damage to one of the beetles. But they're like little
And then
ones.
its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
How close are they to me?
To you... so I would say they were all within 5 feet, like, of getting to you guys when you first got out. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. So she's done with her turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna do Thunderclap again.
Okay.
And they need to do Constitution saving throws.
Okay, 2. 13. And 6. So 2 of them fail.
Okay, so 2 of them are gonna take 1d6
1d6.
thunder damage.
Okay, so 3 thunder damage with both of those. Boom, boom.
I don't have any bonus actions, huh?
So you have your flying thing, and you can turn one. You get a spell slot back with your sorcery points. I don't have it written on there because that like comes at the next level. It like has like a bunch of weird mechanics for it. But that's basically it's just one more spell slot that you can recover whenever you want.
Okay.
But that only takes a bonus.
So I'll do that, and then I'll just stay where I am within 5 feet.
Okay.
This is gonna suck.
Next to the beetles. So the first one is going to. How do I want this to do it? Boop, boop, boop. So he gets a 15 to hit, and he's just trying to bite you. I think 15 hits, right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So it's going to do 3 damage to you. Next
Okay.
beetle is going to walk up. And he gets a 5, so I'm pretty sure that's a miss. And
Yep.
then the next, well, pretty sure, I know that's a miss. The next beetle is going to come up and gets a 17, so he's going to try and gnaw on you too. And he gets a 2. Or he gets 2 damage on you.
Okay. I
And,
think I have 2 hit points left. That's good.
okay. Wow. Now it's Arya's turn.
I forgot that I was in charge of that.
Yeah.
How close are they to Arya? They're like 10 feet away from Arya, huh? Because they're next to
So,
me.
I was thinking that there are holes like in the middle of the trail, and you got out and told her to get away from you, and so she just moved off to the side. So they're like, one of them's within 5 feet of her, but the other 2 would be within like 10 feet away
Okay.
if they're attacking you.
What are the things of ice knife?
Ice knife? Okay. Where does she want to do it?
Just on the one that's right in front of her.
Because I would say if she did it on the middle one, she could hit all of the ones within 5 feet of that. But actually, I think she would want to do it in the one in front of her because we don't want you getting hit by the ice knife now they think about it.
I don't want to get hit.
Yeah. So, roll to hit, right?
I don't know.
For ice knife? Let me check. Yeah. It's a roll to hit and then a save for anything 5 feet within it. Within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
Boom, boom. And then her spell attack bonus is +5, right?
Yes.
Okay. Boom. So she makes like a giant chunk of ice that she chucks at him, doing a D10 of damage. 9. Yeah.
Does she hit any of the other ones?
So the other one has to make a save, but I'm going to do this damage first because they're different.
Yeah.
So this one... no, I already rolled the D20, silly me. First one is a D10. So that's going to be 9 damage on the first one that she hits, which actually kills it.
Wait.
And then the next one... what do I do? Dexterity saving throw, which they're terrible at, so we'll see. 5. So that it doesn't make it save, and that's going to be 2d6 damage on that one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 damage. That's another dead beetle. And then there's just the one right in front of you.
Okay, so I'm going to... Let's see. What does the most damage?
I think your witch bolt
Okay,
does...
let's do... I think my witch bolt does the most damage too. But I want to save my spell slots just in case.
I got you.
So I'm going to do lightning lore.
Okay.
It's instantaneous. They need to do a strength saving throw.
Okay. It fails because I rolled a 4 and it has terrible strength.
Okay, then they're pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you and take 1d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
So it's already right next to me, so I don't really need
Yeah,
to make
it's
it
not
near
gonna,
me.
like basically you're just whipping it with lightning at this point, you know?
So a d8.
1d8. 5, which also kills it.
Yeah.
Oh, boom.
So it just gets shocked and then
Yeah.
dies.
So those ones are dead.
Can I just cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yeah. How much is the healing?
It's 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier, so
So
1d8 plus 5.
No,
Or wait, no.
it's your
1d8
charisma.
plus 3.
So I did
1d8 plus 3.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 HP.
Okay, so I have 9 now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
That's better than 2.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay, so as you walk down this hallway, I guess trail, you get to the end and you see a cave with 2 boulders on the outside of it.
Let's roll investigation.
Okay, investigation. Boom. That's going to be 16 plus whatever.
Plus nothing.
Okay. So when you approach, like, you can hear on the inside, like, it sounds like a humming, just a slight humming. Like a portal in Halo, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think we should just go through it.
So as you walk up to it, you walk in to this, it's a dark cave, and you see one big eyeball pop open in the middle of this room, and then 4 more small eyeballs around it pop open.
Okay.
And if you let your eyes adjust for a second, you see a green, like, scaly... Basically, it's a green, scaly, floating head with 4 tentacles with eyes at the end. And then only one big, like, golem eye in the middle of its head.
Okay.
But it walks up, or it, like, floats up slowly to you guys.
I don't feel like I'm threatened by this thing, so.
Okay.
Is that bad?
No, that's good thinking, because it floats up and you hear it inside your head. Let me look.
Telepathically speak to this mother trucker.
Yes. You hear inside your head. You've passed my small test. What sort of trinket are you looking for?
I don't know.
So Arya walks up. She's like, "What do I want to say for her?" Or do you think there's anything in particular that she would want?
I have no idea. I wasn't prepared for this question. I thought that we were just given something.
He's like, maybe you are just given something. And he pulls out a small satchel and hands it to Arya. But he has he has these eye stalks that slip through it, and the eye slowly floats over in her direction, and she just puts her hands out, and there's a little satchel. He's like, you get a satchel. And he looks over at you again. He's like, would you prefer a staff, a wand, or a rod?
A staff, a wand, or a what?
A rod. So basically, he's asking you if you want a staff, a cane, or a wand.
Let's do a wand.
It's like a wand. He turns a little bit, and you see one of the eye stalks float over, and it closes its eyelid onto a wand and yanks it out. And you see this closed eye that's being used as a hand reach out to you, and you have a wand. But the wand actually has a slight glow to it. It's basically if you turn on a cell phone on dim mode, that's how it looks, all around.
Okay.
So you're like, oh, okay, there's a slight glow to this, but you couldn't tell unless you're looking at it,
Yeah.
And he looks at you.
Can I ask him what magical properties this has?
He's like, He's like, this is... Oh gosh, I'm lost.
Both of them. I'm asking about both of them, the wand and the satchel.
Yeah. He's like, this is a piece of imbued wood. It's been imbued with Lemanian oak.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
I don't.
Give me I'll do an Arcana check for you to see if you do, actually.
Okay.
Which you don't. He explains, though. He's like, when you use this wand with a certain type of magic, it will give you +1, but I'll just tell you what it does mechanically. Basically, with lightning and thunder damage, you get a +1 to the damage.
Cool.
So, bonus to 1 damage roll of a spell.
So if I use the wand,
yeah,
it just enhances my magic a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I'll email you a picture of it, of the actual thing. I don't have what's her name, Arya's thing, but her satchel basically. So she is good at making food and brewing stuff. Basically, she can pull whatever spice she thinks of out of this satchel, or additive for her drinks, essentially.
Like in Harry Potter when they Never mind.
But yeah.
You know what I'm talking about already.
Yeah. So she basically can pull out any type of like thing she wants to add to a drink, like mint, whatever, a lime. There's just like normally it's just spices, but I'll say there's like other little things like that she can add, some zest,
Okay.
some sugar, some salt, things like that. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
But she has a
That's
satchel
cute.
with that now, and you've got yeah, let me look at how this. Let me read this to you so you know exactly what it does. When you cast a damage dealing spell using this item as your spellcasting focus, you gain a +1 bonus to 1 damage roll of that spell, provided the damage is of the type associated with the wood. And so basically your wood type is the Romanian oak, which is lightning or thunder damage. So you can get a +1 with both of those damage types.
Perfect.
Boom, boom. But yeah, those are the things you guys got out of there.
Okay.
His eye stalk opens after handing you the wand.
And we can get out?
You see his big eye stare at the floor, and you see the same runes similar runes to what your mom casted earlier.
Okay.
He's like, this will take you out.
Okay. We thank him for the gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And leave.
Arya's like, I can just pull any type of thing out of here. And she's like throwing basically just random whatever they're called.
Wow!
Like condiments out of there. He's like, it is
I
not
love that for
unlimited,
her.
but you will never run out. And she's like, that makes sense.
Okay.
But you guys go through the portal, and when you swoosh through, you end up in the middle of this tree, and you can see that you're in the middle of the thickets that you originally crawled through.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just start adventuring home, I guess.
Yeah, so you crawl through the thicket, and your mom and your aunt are waiting for you at the portal.
Cool.
Still. So they've been they've kind of set up shop there, they have a cot and a chair just set up, and they're just reading books and doing whatever. But they hear you start to rustle.
How long have we gone?
They hear you start to rustle through. You weren't gone that long, honestly. They set up pretty quick, though. But you go through, and they look at you. They're like, "Ooh, ooh, what did you get?" They're just excited to see.
Okay, cool. So we go show off our little trinkets.
Yeah.
My wand and her satchel. And Arya just keeps pulling stuff out of her satchel. She's just really excited about.
Yeah.
Is it
So
endless?
the way it works
lasts
is it
forever?
will run out of certain stuff. There's only a limited amount of one certain thing, but then she can find another type of thing in there. But if she were working a typical workday, she wouldn't run out.
Yeah. If she takes them out and puts it back in, does that matter?
No.
Will you put those back in the fridge, please? When I'm done here, I can help you, okay?
Go put them back in the fridge. If you open those, I'm going to be really upset. Sorry.
But yes, I'll send you a picture of your, not what basically just the description of your,
Of my wand.
But yeah, so they're all excited for you, and they basically, set up the portal, and you guys poof back home. Is there anything else you want to do before you go home, or after you get home, or for the rest of the session, basically?
No, I think that this is a good place to end. We just
Okay.
go home
Sounds good.
right now.
Boom, boom. Cool. Yeah, you got new stuff. I'm gonna level you up again for next week because these first levels are easy, and that guy was actually pretty hard for. He had a lot of
For my level 2.
Yeah, but one cool thing is Arya actually levels with you, so I'll send you an updated thing of her stuff.
For Arya too.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I gave her like the sidekick rules.
Okay.
But I forgot to do a wild magic check for her this time too, so let's remember that next time. Whenever she casts a normal spell, it isn't like a cantrip.
Well, on this it said if she rolled a natural 1.
No, so basically we roll a 20 every time she casts a spell, and if we get a natural 1 just to check, then that's when something bad will happen. So it's like, for that sleep spell, we wouldn't have had to roll a 20 anyway, but we roll every time she uses a spell slot just to see if something crazy will happen. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
So next time, that's how we'll do that.
Because I was looking at that, and I thought that it only meant that if she rolled a natural 1, we had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't make sense for halflings, because we can re-roll a natural 1 anyway.
Yeah.
But that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So we'll just keep that in mind for next time. I'll probably forget again. I know I will. But
I'll remind you. I think it's kind of a fun trait, so I want to see what happens.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and end the session there. I want to tell everybody on here that we're going to play every Tuesday. We're going to play every Tuesday night on TikTok, and I'm going to try and upload the live to YouTube on every Monday. So, we'll see. We'll see how people like that. If you want to watch more, go to YouTube, and it's in my little Instagram picture thing on my profile. So, yes.
Cool beans.
It literally doesn't matter on my end right now, but cool. All right. You have a good night.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Good night.
Night.